this one as it was down the stretch? You know, you're knocking down a three. What's going through your mind in that sequence of that final play for the Mavericks?
Yeah, I felt it was an opportunity for us to get the ball out of Luca's hands. I mean, it's 3 seconds on the clock, and him to rush a pass, and they rush a shot. I thought the probabilities on that, you know, for them making that shot was pretty low, but he made a great shot, you know. Like I've been saying, to make him miss league, if he missed that, it's great defense by us. But, you know, that's why you get paid $20 million a year to make them shots, you know. So you got to give him credit.
What do you say in the locker room as a group? You guys won 4 in a row, second half of back-to-back, third game in 4 nights. You know, I'm sure it's deflating to a certain extent, but what's the message in the locker room as you guys get ready for Friday?
Yeah, it's deflating for sure. You know, we wish we would have won that game. You know, we played well lately, and against a good team like that who's been playing well the last few weeks too. So it felt good winning that game, you know, but it felt shitty going into the locker room. I mean, that's just the nature of it, you know. A game-winning shot like that, nobody's feeling good. We watched that last play, and you know, just regret, you know, wondering what the game would have been like if I didn't go jump Luca right there. You know what I'm saying? So in hindsight, everything just, you know, I wish I'd have made a different decision, but, you know, it is what it is.
Kevin, on the other end, they seem to be blitzing you, throwing 2, sometimes 3 at you the entire game. Just what type of challenges did that pose for you all night?
It posed a challenge for sure. I think my teammates did a great job of playing out of it, and, you know, and it felt like we ran any sets because as soon as I came across half court, if I got the ball, I seen 2 people running them. I mean, that's the first time I ever played against something like that from the tip, you know, and everywhere I went, as soon as I touched the ball, it was guys just selling out to stop me. And I guess they desperate for a win. I mean, they've been playing that way, and they started off the season struggling, so I guess this was an adjustment for them, and they see we was short-handed too, so it worked out for them.
Do you take that as a sign of respect?
Of course. Yes, that shows me that the level of respect is high, you know, for them to forget about their schemes as a team, forget about what they've been working on most of the year, for them to do that, you know. I asked Jason Kidd, I say, well, shit, you paid Dorian Finney-Smith all that money. I mean, is he a defender, or you gonna rely on this for this next 4 years with him? But it's a smart strategy. I mean, you gotta tip their hat to them. They executed it. But late in the game, they did a good job of, like, mixing it up, because sometimes I was driving, I had a lane, and I'm thinking there's going to be more help, and I rushed the shot, you know? So they did their job with it. I respect it.
Kevin, you just touched on this a little bit, but you said you liked your odds on that last play. Is there anything that you thought maybe caught up with you guys down the stretch?
I just think they made shots. You know, they got guys that can put their head down and go get a basket. You got Spencer, you got Jalen Brunson, you got obviously Luca, you know, so they just put their head down and got to the free throw line. They made some tough ones over us in that fourth. And, you know, but I think we did a great job all night of just matching them.
And I think 6 or 7 guys in double figures. I mean, Goran had a big game. What did you like about the flow offensively throughout the game with everyone kind of chipping in and getting theirs?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, they were just selling out to stop me no matter what. So if I got at half court, they was running and trapping me, and it felt like they wasn't rotating fast enough to my teammates, and they capitalized on that. And, you know, for us to shoot the way we shot, 49%, wish we would have made a couple more threes, but I think we picked them apart all night. How many assists? 28 assists, you know, so I felt like we picked them apart, picked the gimmicks apart, but they made a big shot down the stretch.
Kevin, as you've watched Luca now for the last few years, what is it about his game that has allowed him to get to this level so quickly?
Well, I mean, I think it's a culmination of playing in the EuroLeague at such an early age, playing that style of basketball where you got the ball out top all game. It's a slower paced game, and he controls it a lot. I mean, he's the main ball handler. You know, and they run pretty much one play the whole game, which is a pick and roll for him, and then he just creates. And, you know, so it's unpredictable sometimes. He's such a great passer that he'll get into the lane and throw a dime. You know, after he, you know, goes up for a shot, he might throw a dime, you know. So he's unique in how they use him. You know, they feature him every possession. So, and then they got other guys when he's not playing, like Spencer, who plays similar to him, and Jalen Brunson that plays similar to him. So they built that program for him the second he got there, and they made sure he was able to be the best version of himself every day. So sky's the limit. He's going to continue to do this for the next decade or plus.
And on a different note, we got the news about Ben before the game. How do you make sure that he stays involved in what's going on as you guys wait for his back to get right?
How do I keep him involved? He's a grown-up. He's a grown man. He's an all-star. You know, he knows he's a veteran in this league now. He know how to keep himself engaged, you know. Like I said before, I'm never going to hold nobody's hand in this league, you know. So, and he knows that. He don't want nobody to make sure he's being a professional, you know. So, can't wait to get him back, but we don't want to rush him, and hopefully he gets back soon and be able to play the game that he loves every day. I know he misses it.
I know you've spent years seeing a lot of, defenses schemed out to stop you or slow you, but
Yeah.
In the home games, and on top of Kyrie, whenever you guys are missing a couple of extra guys, I mean, do you think people take a look at this and say, all right, let me,
Most
let me try this triple teaming him?
I mean, yeah, it's been like that since game one, you know. So when I catch the ball in the post, we practice, for teams to come double me or triple me, or it's only gonna make me better as a player. Learning how to play against 2 and 3 people, how to shoot over 2, and I think I gotten better at learning how to not accept a double, but sometimes try to beat it and use my length to score over it and make plays. And as before, when I see a double team, I'm looking to pass immediately. So I'm really a little bit more patient, and I think this season teams have been throwing everything at me to try to slow me down, and I think that's when, the mental side of the game, that's where I continue to keep growing and seeing things, seeing new defenses, new schemes, and how the game is evolving. I feel like coaches are trying new things when they play against me. So I look at it as a sign of respect, but also a teaching moment as well.
Two-part question. When on that last shot that you took, you guys just went all the way down the floor and you just took the shot. Was that a reaction to the way the defense was playing you? And do you prefer to go down the court and not take a timeout after something like that happens?
Yeah, I mean, it's each situation is different. I definitely like the flow of just taking it out the rim and going and seeing what happens against an unset defense. But I pretty much knew how they were going to guard me. I was just waiting to see who was going to run and jump me once I crossed half. And they played a little loose there, so I was able to get a shot off. And it was a good look. But, yeah, sometimes I like, if they score, we get out the basket and run. Sometimes I like a timeout. But I think tonight was perfect, the momentum that we had. And Luca hit a bunch of big shots there in the fourth, and we was able to match every one of them into that last one. We just ain't have enough time.
All right, so a couple things.